What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey, back out with another Chris Watts video, and today we're looking at the Watts murders, the Lazy Dog, Anadarko gift cards. Apparently there was none. Well, allegedly. The reason why we're going to watch this, because a lot of you guys have been wanting me to look into the Lazy Dog and so forth for reasons that I don't know, because that's why we're watching this, is to educate ourselves. And this is from Crazy Crime Chick. If you have not gone over to her channel, give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. You know the deal. But the title reads, "The infamous Lazy Dog, there was never any Anadarko gift cards." I'm very intrigued. But before we go any further, guys, make sure you guys are subscribed by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Wokey myself has posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys also very much for the love and support that you guys show on my channel every single day. I can't thank you guys enough, and keep doing what you guys are doing, and hopefully one day we will hit that 100K goal. With that being said, let's get into the video. Ooh, that's a little loud. On August 11th, which would be Saturday, Chris and Nicole went on their last date to a restaurant called the Lazy Dog. And the reason why I'm reading it is because I have blind people that need me to read to them. So just understand, okay? This is where Chris used his personal bank card to pay for dinner instead of the Anadarko gift cards that he usually used per NK's statements. Did Chris really have gift cards, or was there another lie? August 21st, Agent Kevin Kobach interview with Nicholkessinger.
This is Saturday, the 11th of August.
Okay.
Was that the 11th?
Yep.
Okay.
Warning, entering the NK zone. Buckle up, guys. It's going to get super bumpy in here, okay? Okay, let's get in here. I wish I had a gas mask because it might get pretty smelly in here too. Let's go.
This is the night that we attempted to go to the Lazy Dog on 120th
Attempted? You did.
and Federal, and we walked in, and I looked at their menu. They tried to feed us.
So July 26th, Chris Googled Lazy Dog in Erie. On the 26th. Interesting.
And I looked at their menu, and I was like, I'm not eating here.
Right.
And because, so we went to the other Lazy Dog.
Obviously, this woman has never gone hungry. So Crazy Crime Chick had Googled the Lazy Dog in Erie to see what address popped up. And this is the address. So the 3100 Village Vista Drive, Erie, Colorado, 80516 is the zip code. Keep that address in the back of your brain. Okay.
Which is actually owned by somebody else, so they have a different menu.
NK didn't like the Lazy Dog because of their menu, so they left.
So we went to the Lazy Dog off of, I think it's 144th that I told you guys, and we sat down and we ate. And
now here's the address of the Lazy Dog NK and Chris ended up staying and having dinner at. Okay, so 11 minutes away.
It's on Highway 7, right?
What's up?
Is it on Highway 7?
I don't think so. It's on I-25 and 144th.
Okay.
I mean, I can look it up. And
No, that's okay.
Screenshot it.
I think there's two of them, and I think there was some confusion. One of our guys went, and I just want to make sure he went to the right one.
Agent Kobach is talking about this location. Look at the address.
I don't know the Lazy Dog, but I'll ask him.
3100 Village Vista Drive. Okay.
Him tomorrow. 144th is right by Highway 7.
Okay, well, I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at the address. This follow-up report was done at the wrong lazy... They went to the wrong one.
Never been to that one. So I think it's 144th. It might be 136th. I will look it up tonight. And
So action taken on 8/16, pretty much the day that they took Chris into custody, at approximately 14:50, 2 o'clock, or almost 3. Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, Matthew Saylor responded to the Lazy Dog Sport Bar and Grill located at 3100 Villa Vista Drive in Erie, Colorado. On 8/11, Chris Watts and Nicole ate dinner there sometime. Oh! So they went and checked the one that they were at for like 5 minutes and then left. What about the one that they actually went to and ate?
I'll screenshot you the address and I will send it to
Oh.
you guys. If you guys need to pull those videos, you can find it.
Did Agent Matthew Saylor ever go to the correct location and do a follow-up? Or did that not get done either since Chris took the plea deal? Oh my goodness. I mean, there could be something at the Lazy Dog. There could be nothing at the Lazy Dog. But how are we going to find out? Because they went to the wrong one.
But one thing that I noticed about this is that, so normally when we went
He's snapping. What is he snapping for?
out, I try to keep things pretty cheap just to be, like, respectful. Like, I never...
You don't care. What the fuck? I keep things pretty cheap.
went to like expensive places or anything, and sometimes I would pay for things, sometimes he would, but when he paid, he would always use these.
She never paid. She said in another interview that he paid for a majority of everything besides when they went on the trip, with the camping trip. She bought like snacks, and then he bought the wood, the tent, and all that stuff.
Like anadarko gift cards, like these little gray gift cards, and they were always like $25 or $50, and they always came in like.
NK seems to know a lot about these supposed gift cards. Was she giving them out as a safety director?
Denominational increments that made sense. And he told me that he got these from Anadarko as rewards for like doing really good stuff at work. And is that true? I don't know. I don't know if, I know that him and his wife had a lot of financial issues, so I don't know if maybe he's the one who actually wanted to spend all the money, and maybe he was cashing his paycheck in via gift cards so that his wife couldn't track it. I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's something you guys will need to confirm with
were they
Anadarko.
actually in the name of Anadarko?
Why would Chris need to hide what he spends money on? Thought they were separated. That is a good point. She does make a good point there. Why would she have to hide, or why would he have to hide if they were separated?
Do you remember, or did he just tell you that they were
would
gift
say,
cards?
No, I've seen them. They
Okay.
say Anadarko on them. They're like little dark silver.
Whenever NK says no, I believe she's lying. Yeah, I thought the same thing too.
Like credit cards, but they're like gift cards.
Thought she said that they were gray now. Now she's saying they're dark silver. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Oh, I had a yawn there.
So you're just suspicious that potentially he was hiding money from his wife with these gift cards?
Honestly, no. I think Anadarko
Hiding money like opening up a second bank account?
legitimately gave him these. The oil industry is pretty good about
So on August 13, per NK's written statements, she had suggested to Chris to open up a second bank account on the day of the murders. Are we not seeing something here?
when our operators do things that are safe, or they do
In a statement that was in the discovery, I told him that it is possible to divide paychecks into multiple bank accounts, but that if he's considering doing what he would need to make sure he was responsible and that his mortgage and kids and standard monthly bills were covered first. But if they were supposedly moving, he wouldn't technically have a mortgage. Well, he would have technically two of them until one. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. I need to go to bed. Okay. Told him that if Shanannwatts ever wanted child support, he would still be required by law to show proof of that income, even if it was in the second account. Okay. I suggested that if he decided to do that, perhaps just contribute a small amount that wouldn't impact his current living situation, but would give him a cushion for the first month's bills when he transferred to an apartment, but that was his discretion. Again, why would you need to secretly do this if they were already separating to begin with? I need to bring this down a little bit for you guys. Sorry. Doop. Doop. And doop. Okay. On Monday's conversation on the 13th, continued from the above conversation, text on phone suggested the bank account again, or idea again, after he told me that he thought Shannan was gone for the night at a friend's house. Asked him if any money was missing from their bank account. Okay.
Really good job at something. They usually provide like gift cards or some sort of incentive.
So the next following day, August 14th, per NK's statement, Chris told her he opened that second bank account.
For just
So they bonus these guys out if they're doing a good job or being extra, like they have no safety violations and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. So it's like.
So they know, or Chris knew that Shannan was gone. So Chris told me he opened up a second bank account so he could start saving for an apartment.
They're like safety rewards. So,
Okay.
So do I think they were legitimate? Honestly, yes. I do. That's something you need to confirm with anadarko, though, because I wasn't one of their employees, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I did think to myself,
Did they ever follow up with these anadarko gift cards? I mean, it's something you want to kind of validate, cross your T's, dot your I's, you know?
like, if they do have money issues, maybe he was possibly concealing it. But the thing, it's not even the gift cards, I think, that are, like, the main focus on this right now. For me, the main focus that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention is
You don't think the gift cards are the main focus, but you just spent 10 minutes rambling about them.
he always paid with those, always. And
Every
then,
time you guys, so we talked about this prior, and let's just revisit it. You guys never really went out on a date per se, with the exception of this Saturday night on the 11th. Usually you guys spent time at your home versus going out, unless I'm mistaken on what you're saying.
You are.
Okay.
So
Agent Kobach is confused because originally NK said they stood at her house and only went out once, just another lie she told. They went on a few dates. Shelby Museum, other dates because he was Googling bars and like taverns and so forth.
most nights would hang out at my house, but we went out a few times. I have dates for everything, and
Okay.
I can give you that once I'm done with this.
She can remember dates for everything, but then cannot remember
So
anything from the most important day, August 12th, or the 111 phone, or 111-minute phone call. Exactly. This woman, crazy crime chick, you're doing fantastic. Because she can remember all these dates and all the information about these anadarko gift cards, but again, can't remember the things on the 12th or that 111 phone call, or where she was at the day of the murders.
The reason that this caught my attention was not because of the gift cards, it was the lack of the gift cards. So when we went out to dinner, he went to pay the check, and I noticed that instead of using one of the Anadarko gift cards, he had a baby blue credit card in his hand that he used to pay.
Okay.
And I just remember thinking to myself, like, why isn't he using any of those gift cards? I'm pretty sure he still has a balance on one of those, but I couldn't remember. And then I was like,
how would NK know how much money Chris had left on each gift card?
maybe, because, at this point, he had made it clear to me that they were, like, filing for divorce. Like, it was, like, done. So I was like, well, maybe he just doesn't really care anymore, And
Chris was already talking to NK when his phone was taken. Chris was already talking to NK when this photo, I thought when his phone was taken, when this photo was taken.
But then another part of me was like, but technically they're still together, so why
And this was on Shannan's Facebook.
would he do that? And, like, I didn't ask because, like, he had made it sound like by that Saturday that they were so far removed from each other that I was like, it's plausible that now he's just not, like, has nothing to cover up, But
So, okay. Shannan searched and Googled the internet for the Lazy Dog menu. Lazy Dog to find the location. How she came to learn so quickly of the Watts dinner expense is not reflected in the phone, but I suspect an alert from their bank or credit company. Like mine, if I spend anything, cling, goes on and lets me know what I've bought. It also helps with theft. Watts called Shannan and held a 3-minute phone call or conversation immediately after she sent Watts save your receipt so we can write it off. So we can write it off. Why would you? Watts called Shannan and held a 3-minute conversation immediately after she sent Watts a message. Save your receipt so we can write it off. But you would only write it off if it was a business expense. I'm so confused. After she sent Watts, save your receipt so we can write it off. Unless she wanted to see the receipt to validate 2 people. Shannan got an alert on her phone of the $60 charge from the Lazy Dog. But did she find the menu of the one that they actually went to? Because usually it'll tell you, it'll say Lazy Dog, but it doesn't like give you the address. It just says like the store number kind of thing.
But then at the same time, I still feel like until your divorce is 100% completely final and you're out of that house, why would you do that?
Sure.
I mean, so again,
So you just found it was.
So she literally just said that she knew that they were legitimately not divorced yet. And she said before that she thought they were divorced already. She's just fumbling over her words.
A little bit suspicious that he used a credit card versus the gift card.
It was like he had nothing to hide,
Right.
Or nothing to lose. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to pay with this,
Right.
and I don't care.
Okay. So, and that would certainly be if
I find her statement interesting. Chris using the card like he didn't care. I personally think both Chris and NK used that bank card on purpose.
If it was a credit card, just thinking would be something that maybe his wife would see at some point, and he would have to then try.
My opinion from Crazy Crime Chick says they used the bank card knowing Shannan would get the alert and be upset.
To have to explain that. So in your mind, he's like, oh, well, we're divorced, or I don't care anymore.
I believe they wanted it to look like Shannan got so upset that she left with the girls. Oh, that makes sense. Interesting theory.
She's going to find out that I have a girlfriend.
I don't really know what he was thinking. I mean, I can't
There's been lots of theories about this. We'll save that for a different video.
think for that man. I mean, I can't even process half the shit he's done or the lies he's told at this point, so I don't know. I just
What about the lies you've told?
think that was extremely peculiar because he had never done that before, and it didn't seem like a big deal to him.
All right. I get where you're going.
Do you?
So it kind of made you think that he didn't have anything to hide anymore.
No.
Exiting the NK zone. Oh, we survived it, guys. Okay. Now let's listen to what Chris has to say about the gift cards. Ooh, okay.
I had a feeling that she knew like what was going on. Because I mean, obviously, I didn't use like an anadarko gift card, you know, that I'd gotten. I'd used my actual credit card, and I kind of just felt like something. She knew what was going on, and she
He first keeps the talk about the gift cards short and simple. Then later, he says this.
Yes.
Okay. So then at some point, does she wake you up or is it you waking up for work?
My alarm went.
Oh, okay. And you're going to work out. But then that's when she started wanted to talk more. She was pretty mad.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I had already kind of knew that. You know, using that credit card, it was.
Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I had no other way to do it.
Oh.
I used because I got these anadarko gift cards from doing good stuff at work and stuff like that, and I'd use them all.
Oh. Was part of you just like, screw it, whatever, I don't care. I'm using this card.
Part of me just wants to say, Nikki, can you pay for this? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Even I think my attorney said she even noticed I used a different card,
How did Chris's lawyer know what NK said about using a blue card? Did he talk to NK? And is this why Chris is just repeating what his lawyer told him?
blue card. Maybe she thought, I felt comfortable enough just using a normal bank account or something. But
Okay, guys, so now that you guys have listened to NK's and Chris's interviews about the gift cards, I'm going to go ahead and explain why I personally don't believe Chris even had one gift card. Okay, let's think about this. NK said that Chris always used a gift card when they went out. So that would have been about 7 gift cards, 8 gift cards he would have had. And I mean, where did he get all these damn gift cards all in 1 month? He was only dating NK for 6 weeks. Supposedly, every week he got a gift card? That makes no sense. And
why would they be giving him all like that when the company was going out of business? So that definitely raises some red flags.
was he just hoarding gift cards while he was with Shannan? I cannot picture Chris not using these gift cards on his family. I mean, I even went back and looked at Shannan's page to see if she posted anything that was relating a gift card and Chris doing a good job at work and, blah,
Oh yeah,
blah, blah.
She's completely right. I guarantee Shannan would have been like boasting about him, like, oh, Chris is doing fantastic. He's at work. He's getting a promotion. He's getting these gift cards. We don't see any of that.
I mean, let's be honest. She did post everything. So if Chris was doing so well at work and getting these gift cards, I'm sure Shannan would have posted something about that on her
Right.
page. And I went back on there and she didn't post anything. Let's look at the discovery. I'm not going to go over everything that you see on this page, only what I think is relevant to the gift cards.
Okay.
Or the lack of gift cards, I should say. But if we look at where it says 16:01 hours, so at 4:01 p.m.
I would say which would be 4.
Watts called an 800 number and held a 4-minute conversation. The person who wrote this report said, I called the number and confirmed it connects with the Chase Bank.
Okay.
So Chris called his bank and spoke with somebody for 4 minutes on July 26th. What did he speak about? Is this where he possibly was opening up a second bank account? Who knows?
July. Well, first of all, if you call a bank, you're going to have a lot more than a 4-minute phone call, because you got to go through if it's English or Spanish, or if it's opening up account or looking at your balance, or like you have to go through all this stuff just to get to get through the phone call. Even my bank, it takes at least like 3 minutes just to get to talk to somebody.
Let's look at 16:28 hours. So a little bit.
But then, as he opted to do, access my prepaid center, which services usually prepaid Visa cards. The site promotes a 5% cashback incentive when using a preferred merchant.
After he had called his bank, he went it says that as he is often to do, Watts accessed myprepaidcenter.com. So if Chris was going on this myprepaidcenter.com prior to July 26th, as the person who wrote this report just stated, then where are those reports? Because they're not in the discovery. If you look at the phone log, there is nothing about my prepaid center that Chris was accessing prior to July 26th. So that really threw me off a little bit, because why isn't that in this report?
What?
What
True.
are those dates? When was he accessing this? What were the times? All of that's not in here. And because that's not in here, makes me believe that this report.
Also, what is GIT that he Googled at 11:50? Yeah, unanswered phone call. She returned 3 minutes later. Let me see. Okay, so when I Googled GIT, just to kind of look at, I mean, the first thing off the bat is a distributed version control system that tracks versions of files. It is often used to control sources code by programmers who develop software collaboratively. So, I mean, this could be what he was looking for, or it's something else. What is Git? For handling small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. GitHub. So if anybody wants to like look into the Git or GIT as an acronym and see what you guys find, definitely let me know your guys' finds in the comments. So I would definitely like to hear what you guys found. So let's continue.
Was done in a hurry. I'm sorry, but those are my thoughts on it. These are important.
There's other reasons I think the discovery was written in a hurry. I'll save that for a later video. Ooh, I want to find that video.
Dates and time.
I mean, if you think about it, the discovery was written in almost 2,000 plus pages. So
that you would think would be in the discovery. And
so simultaneously, at the same time that Chris was having a phone call with Shannan, he was simultaneously transferring nude selfies of Nicholkessinger into his secret calculator.
and they're not in there. But the person who revealed
And then right afterwards, at 17:05, immediately afterwards, Watts called Vivint briefly.
reviewed the phone data said that Chris often accessed this website, but he did not think it was important to include those dates and times.
Okay, so looking at it, myprepaidcenter.com. Welcome to my prepaid center. Activate a card or redeem a code is easy. I have a card. I have a code. Interesting. Just curious.
So let's just move on. Okay, so we're still looking right here on the 26th. Chris visited again at 8 o'clock at night. He visited my prepaid center, putting more money on there, I'm guessing. And then for the 27th, there's really no activity between anybody. I mean, you have Shannan who called.
Why isn't there more phone data from the 27th? Where's the rest of the data between Shannan and Chris, or Chris and Nicole? What was recovered on that date that they didn't include in the discovery?
Watts, and then you have Watts looking for bottle openers, but other than that, there's nothing. And I found that
Go to your local Walmart and buy a wine bottle opener.
kind of odd. The 28th, we know he was at the Great Sand Dunes with his mistress, and I'm sure he used his prepaid card for that trip. The 29th, at 17:14, Troy McCoy asked Watts if he was taking the following day off. Watts
Oh no, he's putting more nude photos of NK in his secret out calculator.
eventually responded, "I'm working." So we can guess that Chris worked Monday. This is still the 29th at.
Oh, hold on. I want to see something over here. Whoop. Throughout the day, coworker exchange group text messages. Copy, sorry, been out of the house all day. Yeah, doing things with NK. He was taking the following day off. Watts eventually responded, I'm working tomorrow. Not heard the Watts. Shannan asked, I'm assuming you're safe considering it's been 3.5 hours. There was a car fire in the Renaissance Festival traffic in Colorado Springs. Just got our car headed home.
That Chris worked Monday. This is still the 29th at 20:36. So
and then he saw my prepaid center again. Watts called Shannan, sent to Watts an insurance identification card issued by USAA for the 2016 Lexus. Okay. Shannan sent Watts 3 images of swelling to her right ankle, one of the daughters. Watts commented, it looks like her ankle is dislocated in one of the pictures. She may need some special shoes. Left a voicemail intermix with her creepy giggle. And then he's calling Vivint again.
8:36 at night, Chris again visited my prepaid center. This is interesting right here because Chris was done with his date with NK. He was at home. She was home based off of the phone log. So him accessing that my prepaid center again, what was the point of that?
Right.
Was he checking a balance? Was he putting more money on there? If we look at NK's phone records for the 29th at 8:13, she talks to her best friend for 21 minutes. Then literally after she's done talking to him, she
leave
jumps
Jim
on,
alone.
she talks to Chris for 2 minutes. Then Chris goes on my prepaid center, and then she talks to him right after again. So for her to say that he used gift cards, bullshit. The reason I say bullshit is because NK said that he always used the gift cards on their dates and that she seen them with her own eyes and it said anadarko. And some can say, Well, maybe Chris was accessing the my prepaid card on the 29th because he was adding more money to the card because he was going to go on a date on Monday with NK.
But why would he be charging gift cards? Because once you use the gift card, you can't use it anymore. You have to throw it away. It's like a load and done.
We look at NK's Verizon bill. She spoke with him on her way to work like she normally did. She spoke with him probably a little bit after she got out of work, so at 4:43, at 4:48. She spoke with him at 5:22, 5:24. She spoke with him at 7:54 p.m. That was the last time she spoke with him, and it was only for a minute. Did he go to her house that night and was like, hey, I'm here, open the door? Did they go somewhere to pick up something maybe before he went to his family's house? Or did Chris stay home? We don't know. But what we
A lot of huge inconsistencies for sure. There's like things missing.
do know is Chris accessed a My Prepaid Center that was
Multiple
a Visa
times.
card. He visited it quite often. We know the dates he did from the 26th on, but we don't know the dates prior to the 26th. So I'm going to speculate here. So my opinion is that he put money on this prepaid card every time he went out with NK, and that he was using this prepaid card for his dates. I don't believe there was any gift cards being used.
Chris used the prepaid cards to obviously hide the affair from Shannan.
And at first I was thinking, well, what if he just told NK that he was getting gift cards from Anadarko? I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she clearly says in her interview that she's seen the cards, the gift cards, and she's seen Anadarko's name on it. So
That could be a lie.
she obviously is lying about these gift cards. She knew that Chris had a prepaid Visa card. She knew that he opened up a second bank account, and she knew that he had certain amounts on that prepaid card. I do believe that she did know he had a balance left on the card, but I do believe that they used that bank card as a conscious decision made by both of them so that Shannan can get the alert. I think they wanted her to know about the affair, but Chris was too much of a coward and he didn't have the balls to tell her to her face. So what better way for her to find out
Through a
without
gift card.
him telling her would be to use that debit card. There's been a lot of theories on it, but like I said before, I will talk about that in a different video. But what do you guys think? Do you
It makes
believe
sense.
that Chris had all of these gift cards from Anadarko that
No.
he just happened to save or get while he was dating NK? Or do you think that he used these prepaid Visa card every time he went out with NK? Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. I know the video was kind of long, and
Well, it was definitely very informative and definitely raises some red flags and stuff that makes you kind of think a little bit and just kind of, why did he open up a bank account the day after Shannan was gone? And he knew that she was gone. But then why did NK know about these gift cards? Oh man, it just really, I need some more people's thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. We need to work together. We need to brainstorm, okay? Let me know your guys' thoughts about this. Don't forget to go over to Miss Crazy Crime Chick. Go give her some love for finding this information and so forth, and putting this theory together. Definitely makes you think. I'm telling you, I'm like going through all these different like sections, and I'm trying to like think about it, and I need to bring up my Photoshop and kind of like start going through the little timelines of all this stuff that she just gave us. So if you guys could do some of that at home, I would surely appreciate it. Love to hear you guys' comments down in the comment part. I was going to say description. But again, I thank you guys for being here, watching, viewing, liking, subscribing, and all the above. Please keep it going. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Please take care. Be safe. As always, keep nerding on. And we will see you guys in the next video.